Hi, Andrea, SEN Parent Support Group here. I thought it would be beneficial to all in group today to give you a reminder step by step on how to navigate the SEN system from school through to specialist provision. A lot of you are looking for specialist provision, so this in essence is for you. Obviously, this won't be fully comprehensive, but it should give you an outline of the steps that you would need to secure specialist provision for your child. Firstly, in this process, you have to get school to acknowledge SEN. And ideally, school should have tried and implemented provision above and beyond the ordinarily available provision that is standard education. It also needs to have been documented within the educational setting first, and how to do that is detailed in our navigational tools in our SEN Parent Support Group. Once that has been in situ, and if still unsuccessful, and the child is still struggling to access their education for whatever reason, then an educational healthcare plan application should be considered as the next step. You can do a parental request for educational healthcare plan, needs assessment, albeit at this point school can and should do it for you. If not, then obviously they are blocking support. This is also covered in our group navigational guidance. You may feel that applying yourself for an EHCP needs assessment is difficult. Yes, it is, but what other choice do you have? We are here to support, and this is available for you to do with our resources in group, and it will help support and evidence the 4 areas of need, which are cognition and sensory, social, emotional, mental health, and physical. So literally you have to evidence those areas of difficulty with your child. It will measure against in order to attain if special educational provision should be supplied via educational healthcare plan. Once you are on the pathway for an EHCP needs assessment, then this process should take 20 weeks. Within the first 1 to 6 weeks, the LA must respond to confirm their decision to assess or not. If they are assessing, they will be looking at a needs assessment with input from educational psychologists and other professionals from maybe weeks 7 to 12. This is a period of information gathering, including educational psychologists, but can include, upon your request, an occupational therapy and SALT assessment. From week 7 to 16, for example, if they have agreed to assess and that process is going ahead, then you will be asked your parental preferences for special educational provision. And at this point, if you require or feel that your child is noted for or needing special educational provision, i.e. specialist setting, then you can ask the LA to consult your choice. Specialist provision by way of setting is not an automatic result, because special educational provision can be supplied within an educational setting mainstream. It's normally, in terms of specialist setting provision, determined by a number of factors, the main factor being the quality of the assessments done on your child and how thorough they are in establishing hidden needs and detailing the provision that is needed to support your child and remove educational barriers to learning. In summary, it is the reports from the specialist professionals that make the content of the EHCP. I cannot stress enough how important it is for the EHCP at draft stage to be challenged by yourself, inclusive of the professionals involved in assessing your child, within a JAM meeting, a joint assessment meeting, or as they now call it, a production meeting. This, under SEN Regulation 13, is not freely offered, but is your right and available to you. Make sure you ask, make sure you challenge. I hope that goes some way into understanding the timeline, if anything, and what is needed to actually obtain specialist provision that's not mainstream. Because often the LA, to save costs, will identify a mainstream, will identify a mainstream unit, which is alongside the mainstream. But as you and I know, they are run by the same academy or mainstream school and are rigid within their policies. There is no reason those policies need to be different than the mainstream, albeit it is local policy and it can be challenged. You just need to get it right from the outset and save grief, additional paperwork moving forward. I hope that's helped. In group, we have over 200 resources. Please search the group, access the guides, and ask for help if needed. Thank you.